Did you guys see that? That's weird. I think, this was it's a new day now. So, if you guys haven't been following the channel, I had uploaded some things what I thought were orbs, and I had asked it specifically to try and like manifest itself again, and I gave it permission to use this light back here to kind of draw some of its energy so it can manifest itself and reappear on camera again. And this is what I saw when I went into the playback just now. That is the entire light that just seemed to dim or drain for a second. And I saw it the first time and I'm like, what just happened to our light? Like, that's weird. Because it's rare that it does that. It's very rare that it does that. And I caught a light earlier. I don't know if it was a light or a bug, but it seemed to move in a very strange way, which is going to be two separate videos on the channel because it took me forever to kind of break down this playback just to get the moments of when stuff like this happened. So you guys are going to have two videos instead of one. The first one is going to be of me following this light. Like, I'm recording it using the same cell phone and I'm just following it around on the television, like as it was moving in playback. And you might think, and I thought, seriously, I thought it was a bug. It could be a bug this time. It could have been a light of some sort, but it looked very, very strange. Like, it looked really odd. But that's going to be the first one. The second one, the one you're seeing now, is of our light kind of going out for a second before coming back on. And that same light reappearing moments later. Now, I don't know if they're connected. I don't know. You guys can kind of analyze what you think it is, but I'm going to fast forward here a little bit to see if we can catch it again. This video might be shorter than the other ones, but I just wanted to show you guys this. It should appear somewhere in the background there. It'll kind of come in. It's been like phasing in and out from what I've seen on the playback. It'll phase in and out. That's our neighbor's cat coming into view there. Um, they have a few of those. It seemed kind of spooked by something. It just sat down there. This is fast forwarding, by the way. That's why things seem to move faster than normal. I sped it up a bit. But I mean, it came across the yard and it sat there for a good moment. I guess it was doing his business. I don't know. It seemed to cover something up, but it came across the yard, sat there for a moment, got up and left. So I don't know if it was playing with another cat, if it saw something, felt something, I don't know. But the fact that that light right there that you're seeing went out for a moment and then came back on. I don't know how often they do that, but it is a bit strange. A day after I caught that orb. So let's see if we can see this light or bug or something. I'm not really sure anymore right now at this moment. But let's see. Speed it up a bit more. It should phase into view any minute. I'll try to stay further away from the television this time because some people kind of were having a hard time seeing what I was seeing, which is understandable because It's different when you're not in the same room as the individual that's capturing this. So we'll just kind of stand back and kind of give you guys a better view. Now, see this on this corner here? That's a spider web. See, that has like a little string or like a strand of silk or something. What I saw recently was not that. It didn't have anything attached to it. It was just free floating, just free moving. So I'm not too sure. Where is this little thing? It should pop in, guys. Hold on. This was last night. Or is it tonight? I'm terrible with times. You guys have to excuse me. Never has been my specialty. But that's the time on the playback and the date. Okay, so it was tonight. Okay. Oh, there it is. You guys see that? That is what I was seeing a while ago on playback. Like, that's what I was recording in the first video. It seems like a bug. It moves like a bug, like it does this little weird thing where it'll zip around and stuff. I'll kind of step back a bit. Just follow that little bright light there. You guys see that? That's what I was seeing earlier. I mean, look at that. It seems like it has mind of its own. It looks round. It looks really bright. But I think that's because it's closer to where our camera is right there. But it did this for a good minute. Maybe more. You can see the time in the upper right corner there. For those that didn't, oh, it's still going. Kind of hard to see it when that light is so bright there. Now, what is that? The other one, to me, it looked like an orb. This one could be a brighter version, or it could be a bug. I'm not sure, but as I said, it moves really, really strange. It'll come in and out of view. It'll phase in and out of view. It'll come down, it'll make some circles, and then it'll disappear. But I'll play it back. I'll run it back one more time for you guys that aren't too sure what I'm pointing at. So I'll go back again. This is in slow reverse. It's one of those cameras. They have slow play, slow reverse, fast forward, that sort of thing. So I'm going to take it back before it appeared again. And I'm just going to let you guys kind of study its movements, its motions and stuff, because it's really weird. As I said, it could be a bug. Could be what I asked for a day before uploading. Well, after uploading those clips, I kind of asked it off camera after I was done recording if it could use the light in our backyard there to manifest itself and reappear on camera. But that was within the same night that I captured those videos to begin with. But I went back, I checked them the rest of that night, like all the remainder of that night, and didn't see anything. And so I figured, maybe it'll come some other time, And then looking back on them tonight, this is what I see. So I don't know. Is it a gift? I don't know. I have always wondered, because there's a guy that I know on chat site. He has a paranormal entity that has attached itself to him, And we've had moments where I kind of used him as a conduit to try and talk to this thing. And it seemed to respond to me on certain cues, certain questions. Look at that. See, it just got right up in the lens that time. I mean, if that were a bug, I'm pretty sure you would have seen wings. I mean, look at that. But I used him as like a conduit to try and talk to it. Asked it, I would ask it questions through him. And sometimes if it kind of correlated to the question that I was asking, he would get really cold, he would get goosebumps, he would get chills, and I've never done that before. I mean, not with anyone that I've known that had a spiritual attachment anyway. He's like the first and only person that I've known to have one. I didn't know anyone else that had a ghost attached to them, following them, draining their energy, wreaking havoc on their life. He's the only one that I know that has something like that. I don't know anyone else. But I think it's kind of cool that a day prior I asked this orb to use the light in our backyard as an energy source to try and manifest. And this is what I get on camera tonight. So, as I said, it could be a bug. Could be something that's just being illuminated by our camera's light. But the way it moves, the way it phases in and out like that, I don't know. And the way it kind of, you see that? Like it froze for like a second there. Our camera froze just as it was coming into view. Kind of go back some. You guys can see what I'm talking about. It froze for like a second. And then returned to normal, like nothing happened. Okay, like right here. Now pay attention, keep your eye on the time there. And watch at the same time this thing comes in. Or maybe I have to take it back a bit more. Hold on. I know what I saw, guys. I saw it froze. It froze for like a second. I'll go back a bit more. I think before like it comes into view. Because this is what you're seeing there is like after it shows up. Go back a bit more. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is where it started. Like in here. Okay. You see it like playing around over there. Now watch. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it was just our camera, like the camera itself not buffering properly. Because as I said, I'm rewinding and I'm fast forwarding and I'm playing it back and stuff. So I think like when you do that, it doesn't have enough time to like buffer, and it might stall for a second. I thought maybe the thing like froze like our camera, but might have just been the camera itself. Sometimes they do that. But yeah, I've been trying to see if I can reach out to this guy again to see if anything new has happened with him or, with his paranormal partner, but his ghost. But it doesn't seem like he's been really making too much progress when it comes to that. Seeing someone about it and taking more precautious steps. He's not a religious guy. He doesn't believe in that. He doesn't follow that stuff. Before you guys like say anything or ask anything, he doesn't believe in that. He doesn't do crosses or anything. So, um, for me to be able to use him as a conduit to talk to his ghost, I have never done that before. Ever. As long as I've been on this planet, 28 years, I have never been able to do that. Maybe I've just never met or been given the right person that had one, that I can ask that stuff to. But all in all, I think it's cool. I don't know, as I said, I don't know if this is a bug, if it's a bug being illuminated by our camera's light, or if it's something else. Because to me, on my end, it looks very, very round. And it just, look at it. It just goes crazy. I don't know. Look at that. Like it's drawing something or writing something. I don't know. You can't really see it because it's hidden in there in the bush there. But that's what it does. That's what I saw when I came in here. It was doing that. So you know me, I had to grab the camera. I had to say, well, what is this weird light that I just saw? What is this weird floating thing? And it's white. It's just solid white. It's very bright. And I can't see any wings on this. So I don't know. And then it just comes back out over there. Probably can't see it, but it's kind of playing around the light there. So I don't know. I don't know how long this. I mean, I'm pretty sure it ran a good hour or so. But the fact that that was caught, I think that's enough for me. Enough evidence. So I'm going to put this on YouTube as a two-parter. The first one is of me trying to chase it around. Which you probably can tell because I would put the camera down and then pick it back up again. That's because I was trying to get the highlighted moments of when it appeared. But I feel this second video here is a whole lot better. You can see it better. I'm further away from the television this time, so you can see it like in full. You can watch it move, you can watch it spaz out and pan around and stuff. So this will be part 2. I'm going to do part 1, then part 2. And as a special for you guys, since I'm being generous, I'll go back to that night when I caught that orb and record it at a better distance. I'll step back, kind of like how this is now, instead of it being like right on the television screen. Because, as I said, they were having trouble seeing it. They didn't have a clear view of what it was I was pointing at. What I could see, they couldn't really make it out because they weren't in the same room as I was. So I'll upload these two and then I'll go back and capture that one real quick and just step back and let it record in full of it kind of messing around and stuff, kind of floating up and stuff. But